office 40 years ago, piles of paper everywhere, noisy typewriters, and the process that took days to complete. But now, everything has changed. It's all digital, instant, and right in the palm of our hands. From hand-filling cabinets to impossible call, the definition of how pure is really mind-blowing.
Hi everyone, we are Group 9 and today we're going to take you on a journey through a time machine to witness the incredible evolution of office technology.
Starting from me, I will tell you about the evolution of fax machine. A fax machine or facsimile is a telecommunication device that sends, scans, and receives physical documents over a telephone line. The word facsimile itself comes from Latin, meaning to make a similar copy.
The evolution of fax technology began in 1843 when Alexander Bain patented a device capable of transmitting images through electrical signals. In the late 19th century, the technology improved to allow more accurate transmission of images and handwritten signatures. By the early 20th century, long-distance transmission systems demonstrated its practical communication potential. A major development occurred in the mid-20th century when fax machines began operating through telephone lines, making them widely accessible for business use. Between the 1960s and 1980s, transmission speed and document quality improved, and fax technology became integrated with computers. In the 1990s, fax systems transitioned to internet-based and cloud solutions, reducing reliance on physical machines.
Also, there are several examples of organizations or companies in Indonesia that may still use the fax machines or still have the fax number as part of their operations. They are PT Pos Indonesia, or PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia, or even Perumda. That's all. And next, I will talk about telephone. Are you guys curious about telephone? Yes. This invention began with attempts to transmit human voice over electrical wires. The telephone is one of the most influential inventions in the history of human communication. The telephone was first patented in 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell. Advantages of using the telephone: simplifies communication, can make calls, text messages, or video calls anytime and anywhere. But there are drawbacks, additional expenses, cost for data plans, maintenance, or purchasing new devices.
In the 20th century, telephones evolved into rotary phones and then push-button phones, which were more practical and widely used in the homes and office. Entering the 1918s and 1919s, early generation of mobile phones emerged, which were bulky and could only be used for calls. The development of digital technology introduced SMAs and internet access through 2G, 3G, and even 5G networks.
A major change occurred when the iPhone Inch launched iPhone in 2007, which the market of era smartphone in the touchscreen and the various applications.
Rotary phones are rarely used in everyday life because they have been replaced by push-button phones and smartphones. However, regular landline telephones are still used in hotels, hospitals, like cable telephone in room for communication with the receptionist or between departments, and some bank or government office still use cable desk telephones for official communication because they are considered safer and more formal.
I will discuss photocopiers. Well, the photocopier was invented by Carlson in 1993, and America patent attorney who was tired of copying document manual. Carlson created photocopy technology and the first commercial photocopier, the Xerox 900
documents quickly and efficiently. The revolution, while previously only capable of black and white copying, today machines are truly multifunctional. They can print in color, scan, and even operate automatic double-sided printing. The advantages are obvious, saving time and effort when duplicate large quantity of documents. However, the drawbacks are relatively high power consumption and relatively expensive maintenance costs. Regarding companies or agencies that still use this machine, the fact is even though the Series 914 has been replaced by more modern digital version. The use of physical photocopying remains irreplaceable in several places such as 1. SMK and Bengkulu City, used as a learning tool to help office students develop job-ready technical skill. 2. Banking, such as Bank Bengkulu, used to validate customer files as banks are required to have legally valid physical receipt. 3. Government office, used for receiving standard operating procedure. This is because every document must have a physical copy as audit evidence and as a legal requirement. So, even though the machine have evolved to become highly sophisticated, the existence of physical photocopying remains the backbone of public administration to this day.
We've talked about how office have evolved, but there's one tool that truly acts as the ultimate bridge between the physical and digital world. That's right, the scanner. From the massive drum scanners of the 1950s to AI-powered apps in our pockets today. Let's dive deep into how this digital bridge changed the way we work forever. It's a device that reads physical objects like documents, photos, or even 3D items and convert them into digital data that your computer or phone can understand. The first digital image scan actually happened way back in 1957. A scientist named Russell Gers built a drum scanner and scanned a tiny 5x5 cm photo of his son. It was grainy and black and white, but it changed everything. It's been a massive jump. We went from drum scanner with machine in labs to flatbed scanner in the 80s and 90s. You know, those big glass boxes that make wiring sound. Then came handheld scanner, and now we have mobile scanning. The different is old scanner, they were slow, bulky, and only did 2 dimensions. Modern scanner, they are lightning fast, portable, and use OCR, or optical character recognition, to turn image into editable text. We even have 3D scanners now for engineering and medical. Actually, almost every professional industry still use them. Law firm, banks, hospital, and logistic companies. The reason, security and compliance. Digital data easier to encrypt, backup, and search than stacks of dusty paper.